In 2016, the European Union signed an agreement with the government of Ghana to strengthen the overall governance sector through a comprehensive 5-year intervention under the name of Accountability, Rule of Law and Anti-Corruption Programme, ARAP, for a total value of €20 million.
So ARAP is one intervention out of many in this sector that does aim at supporting for reforms that will help improving the quality of public service, improve financial governance, support the rule of law, and broadly the democratization process in the country.
ARAP is a program designed between the European Union and Ghana to support the efforts of reform of the government of Ghana to fight corruption, reducing corruption by increasing the accountability of the institutions and enhancing the rule of law.
In order to implement the program, 3 implementing partners were identified: the Spanish International and Ibero-American Foundation for Administration and Public Policies, the National Commission for Civic Education, and the civil society organization STAR Ghana.
Somos un gran facilitador del aprendizaje entre iguales, entre instituciones públicas que pasan por las mismas experiencias y aunque no se pueden replicar, por lo menos que pueden tener insumos unas de otras para que alimenten sus propios procesos de transformación, de mejora de las políticas públicas, de mejora institucional, etc.
The ARAP program has been structured along 3 main areas of work: accountability, rule of law, anti-corruption.
We support the anti-corruption strategy of Ghana. We are so committed to ARAP because we think that corruption is something that literally infects the society and prevents the country from growing. Ghana is in a crucial moment of its history. It is trying to make a leap towards becoming a middle-income country and giving more well-being, better services to its citizens. But corruption can be a very big obstacle.
El programa desarrolla un apoyo al fortalecimiento institucional, que va desde la promoción de la rendición de cuentas, la transparencia y la capacitación profesional de las instituciones. Para conseguir este objetivo general, el programa fue diseñado para trabajar en 2 ámbitos o desde 2 perspectivas. Una, desde el punto de vista de la sociedad civil, para lo cual el programa lo que trata es de promover la conciencia pública de no tolerancia contra la corrupción y de exigencia de transparencia, responsabilidad y rendición de cuentas a las instituciones nacionales, al tiempo que trabaja fortaleciendo estas instituciones nacionales. Para ello lo que se trata es de promover tanto el fortalecimiento de la capacidad y formación técnica de los funcionarios y profesionales que trabajan en las instituciones involucradas en el sector, como los mecanismos para informar, ser transparentes, rendir cuentas y promover el Estado de Derecho en el país. Hasta las líneas de actuación del programa. Por ello se han diseñado actividades concretas con nuestros socios nacionales que en este periodo de tiempo van a ser desarrollados en distintos ámbitos, tanto en el ámbito de la formación continua de los profesionales de las instituciones nacionales, como en la educación pública y la comunicación, el desarrollo de aplicaciones tecnológicas que permitan a los ciudadanos el denunciar y poner quejas de los casos de corrupción, así como las plataformas digitales o promover la coordinación, la apertura al ámbito internacional.
The program works together with a range of stakeholders: the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, SHRAJ, the Office of the Attorney General, the Ghana Police Service, the Judicial Service, the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, the Legal Aid Commission, the Economic and Organised Crime Office, EOCO, and the National Commission for Civic Education, NCCE. The ARAP program supported processes of institutional reform for all stakeholders working in the justice sector. Among the most significant contributions of the program, we can find the first revision since colonial times of the service instructions of the Ghana Police Service, support to the newly established Legal Aid Commission with a set of policies and protocols to ensure adequate legal aid to citizens, support to SHRAJ, the Legal Aid Commission and the Judicial Service in the development of their strategic planning process, as well as supporting key legal developments such as the disclosure of evidence in criminal trials.
ARAP has supported our Professional Standards Bureau, in other words, in other jurisdictions called the Internal Affairs Department, to make sure that we uphold the highest standards of professionalism. I am also aware ARAP is also supporting our legal department in terms of prosecution and best practice. ARAP's association with the Public Affairs and Communication Department started when it was recognized that effective communication is an integral part of good policing.
During the course of the program, there were a number of flagship interventions combining policy support, digitalization, equipment provision, capacity development, and interinstitutional coordination and international connections.
Queremos apoyar también o promover la coordinación interinstitucional a nivel nacional. Es necesario para que el sistema funcione no solo que las instituciones sean fuertes y puedan trabajar de manera adecuada y profesional, sino que exista una coordinación entre las mismas.
The blended approach undertaken by the program can be seen in the development of the web-based legal library. The program supported the development of the digital platform, provision of ICT equipment, training of library and Supreme Court staff, and development of manuals to ensure ownership and sustainability of the platform. The platform is operational and has been handed over to the Judicial Service. This website enables access to key legal texts to citizens and stakeholders working in the justice sector and foresees a specific protected area for the Ghana law reports, which are provided by the Council for Law Reporting. The program, while supporting the overall rule of law and accountability, also took forward a sectoral approach on environmental governance to mainstream its efforts. Through a blended intervention integrating policy development, capacity building, public education, digitalization and use of ICT tools, ARAP and the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, spearheaded a new monitoring platform for small-scale mining.
It started with the need to look at environmental governance of the small-scale mining sector. There's also the need to use some technology to bring some innovation in the way we do compliance monitoring, which was the whole essence of this pilot, to introduce innovation in small-scale mining monitoring. We've been doing that in a manual way. This time we are looking at using drones, using some smartphones to be able to capture information and sending it to the system for some decisions to be taken. So that is what this project is all about, to bring innovation into small-scale mine monitoring.
We are supporting the fight that EPA leads against illegal mining. Today we are on a field visit to show a new system based on drones that ARAP has purchased, has installed for EPA to allow them to monitor with the most modern systems available the sites which are given for mining concessions and make sure that those that operate the sites are doing exactly what they are allowed to do by their concession, and that they are basically, I would say, cleaning up after they have left. I was very impressed by the commitment of the people from EPA, so I hope that we can continue to support them, and I hope that I can link up with the other institutions that we are supporting with ARAP.
Parallel to this workstream, coordination, technical assistance and shared capacity building was developed between the EPA and the Department for Public Prosecution of the Office of the Attorney General to strengthen the prosecution of environmental crimes. This collaboration stemmed from an international exchange of experience between Spain and Ghana, organized by the program, and saw the development of a dedicated prosecution manual and shared training across the GPS, EPA and the AG.
Se han previsto actividades que van encauzadas al fortalecimiento de las relaciones internacionales de estas instituciones. Una de las vías, aparte de congresos y seminarios internacionales, serán las visitas internacionales de intercambios de experiencia. Ello nos permite que las instituciones ganesas puedan ver cómo se establecen y cómo se tejen las redes internacionales o network internacionales para trabajar en cuanto al ámbito internacional, no solo en Europa, sino en todo el mundo.
And this is the first time you have environment and the Attorney General's office coming together on such an exchange, and this is really connected all of us, and we think that from here we will be able to work more closer than we have been doing. Yes.
Before the ARAP program, we never worked closely with EPA. They are on their own and we are on our own. And I think it is useful that ARAP has brought us together.
Well, honestly, I've gained a lot and I feel we can learn a lot. So it's been a great experience and my mind has completely changed about the perspective I had before coming in.
Within the overall purpose of strengthening the rule of law in Ghana, the ARAP program had an explicit objective of enhancing anti-corruption efforts in the country, facilitating coordination between relevant institutions while also developing capacities and tightening policy frameworks. To this end, the program supported Ghana's anti-corruption agency, the Commission for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, SHRAJ, in driving forward the implementation of Ghana's anti-corruption policy framework, the National Anti-Corruption Action Plan, NACAP.
Good laws, good policies, and strong institutions will not get us very far if we do not have people of character to implement and enforce and to take hard decisions. NACAP, the stakeholders, your task is crucial in supporting this government.
This area of work entailed supporting the governance processes and structures of the NACAP to ensure broad and cross-sector ownership, enhancing digital and ICT tools to strengthen the monitoring of partner implementation, the provision of equipment and establishment of a probe room within the Commission, as well as the development and rollout of public education initiatives. A direct outcome of this dialogue between public institutions was the establishment of an anti-corruption platform and signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between 11 public institutions, regulating the collaboration and sharing of information among them. With the support of the ARAP program, anti-corruption coordination among relevant institutions extended beyond national borders, tackling key issues such as money laundering through exchange of experience with Spain and engagement with other regional and global actors, such as the WACAP and Interpol.
SRAS, the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice, organized a whole week regarding anti-corruption. In this week, SRAS coordinating at different institutions, national and international, also international partners, just coordinate at different and several events promoting not only the public awareness but also strengthen the institutions in the fight against corruption. ARAP program, as one of our main stakeholders is the SRAS, the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice, contribute and support the efforts of this SRAS work during the Anti-Corruption Week.
Within this context, this forum, which enables us to examine money laundering, asset recovery, international cooperation, and mutual legal assistance, could not have come at a better time.
It's important in this area also exchange experience. As corruption is an international, global phenomenon, it's very important to exchange experience with not only other countries, but most important with the international networks working in the file.
We need to work with the tools of international cooperation. One of the more important tools that we have to work against corruption is to work in networks. We need to create the conditions to permit the different authorities investigating one
crime to work together, to sit in the same table and to agree to coordinate the investigation. I think it's more than cooperation. Now we are in the next step and we need to work in coordination.
The required opportunity and impetus for collaboration in our joint anti-corruption efforts. I'd like to thank CHRAJ and ARAP for putting this program together.
While the program supported all of its partners in processes of institutional reform, developing relevant policy frameworks, building capacities and enhancing digitalization and the use of ICTs to perform their duties, ARAP also supported institutions in their public education efforts to raise awareness among citizens and relevant institutions. To this end, the program worked with the Ghana Police Service to strengthen its communication and community policing. The program also supported NCCE in the organisation of national dialogues on anti-corruption, rule of law and environmental governance, and provided technical assistance to EOCO to develop a communication and public education strategy and roll out stakeholder engagements through online and traditional media. One core area of work consistently driven forward by the program has been the digitalization and use of ICT for actors of the justice sector, aligned to the national policies of digitalization of the public administration. This has led the program, in collaboration with national partners, to work on a range of platforms such as the NACORD, the DPP's online case register, the Solicitor General's case management system, the EPA's compliance monitoring platform, the Legal Web Library, the PPSB's petition management system, and the Judicial Services Public Relations and Complaints Unit app.
El desarrollo de aplicaciones tecnológicas que permitan a los ciudadanos el denunciar y poner quejas de los casos de corrupción y realizar un seguimiento de la tramitación y la resolución de estos casos, así como las plataformas digitales que también ayudan a las instituciones a realizar el día a día de su trabajo. Estas aplicaciones digitales de gestión no solamente promueven la eficiencia y la eficacia de la labor de las instituciones, sino que apoyan también la transparencia en la realización de las mismas.
The restrictions and challenges brought forward by the global pandemic in 2020 pushed the program to further strengthen online work, while ensuring partners could count on the relevant digital infrastructure to continue delivering their work. After 4 years of intense collaborative work, spanning across public bodies and international development partners, the program has come to an end. Overall, the ARAP reached an execution rate of over 90%, contributing to stronger and more coherent policy frameworks for rule of law and anti-corruption, as well as tighter and seamless collaboration among relevant institutions at both national and international level.
There can be no sustainable development with corruption, and there can be no enduring anti-corruption system without the involvement of all institutions.
Together, we can't fight corruption.
Corruption is a cancer.
A blight.
All together against corruption.
All together against corruption.
Corruption destroys the environment
and well-being.
All together against corruption.
Corruption threatens your rights.
Your human rights.
All together against corruption.
All together against corruption.
With Ghana, all together against corruption.
Integrity, transparency, and the fight against corruption must be part of the Ghanaian and the institutional culture.
All together against corruption.